Councilman Munger,
Present.
Councilman Genzel,
Absent.
Supervisor Ballo,
Absent.
Councilman Boardway,
Present.
Councilman Keating.
Present.
Councilman Keating, pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And at this time, it is December 7th. We normally don't too often have meetings on December 7th, but today is in fact the anniversary, the 75th anniversary of the bombing of Pearl Harbor, which brought our country essentially into World War II. A lot of good, solid American lives were lost that day. At this point, I'd like to have a moment of silence in remembrance of the 75th anniversary of the bombing of Pearl Harbor. Thank you. First order of business on our agenda, we do have one preliminary matter. There is a request from Mitch Martin. He's a member of our planning board. He's spoken with Mr. Stringfellow regarding attending the Association of Towns 2017 Annual Training School in New York City. My understanding of this was that he was approached by Mr. Stringfellow to volunteer to attend this, and he has graciously agreed to do so. So at this time, I make a motion to approve Mitch Martin's travel expenses to New York City. That includes the airfare, per diem for meals, and his per diem for out-of-pocket expenses, as well as the cost of attending the conference.
Second.
Councilman Munger,
Yes.
Councilman Boardway,
Yes.
Councilman Keating.
Yes.
Carried.
And regular business item number 2 on our agenda, correction and adoption of the minutes from November 2nd and November 16th of 2016. Councilman Keating.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Supervisor. At this time, I'd like had the opportunity to review both the November 2nd and also November 16th minutes. The corrections were made, and I'd like to make a motion to approve both of those minutes at this time.
Second.
Councilman Munger,
Yes.
Councilman Boardway,
Yes.
Councilman Keating.
Yes.
Carried.
And consideration of all fund bills. Councilman Munger.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Acting Supervisor. I had an opportunity to go through all of our bills, and I would like to make a motion that we accept all fund bills in the total amount of $238,040.31.
And I'll second that.
Councilman Munger,
Yes.
Councilman Boardway,
Yes.
Councilman Keating.
Yes.
Carried.
Moving item number 3, which is correspondence. These are all received and filed by the town board. I do want to point out, number 1 is the November 16th correspondence from David Stringfellow, who is the chairman of our planning board. The meeting for November 22nd of 2016 has been canceled for a lack of further agenda items, and the next regularly scheduled meeting will be held December 13th at 7:30 p.m. in the planning board room. Item number 2 is a correspondence from Orchard Park, their zoning board of appeals. What this has to do is with a cell tower request for up on Newton Road, because it's within a certain proximity to the town of Boston. They do notify us. And the third correspondence is from the town of Lancaster. It is a proposed resolution that they have passed in support of New York State Senate Bill S-8196, which is providing some funds to taxpayers claiming credits for infestations by emerald ash borers on their property. The board members and I have spoken about that downstairs earlier this evening. We'll more than likely be drafting a similar resolution and supporting that bill. That's the only other correspondence we have at this point. Move to item number 4, new business requests from the floor. We'd ask you to come to the microphone, give us your name, address, please, and try to limit it to 3 minutes and keep it to a relevant item on the agenda. Make a motion to open the floor.
Second.
Councilman Munger,
Yes.
Councilman Boardway,
Yes.
Councilman Keating.
Yes.
Carried.
Having seen no requests at this point, I make a motion to close the floor.
Second?
Councilman Munger,
Yes.
Councilman Bordway,
Yes.
Councilman Keating,
Yes.
carried.
Next item is the application for use of facility from Boy Scout Troop 491. Counselor?
Yes, thank you. I have a use facility application for Boy Scout Troop 491, dated November 17, 2016. Richard, is it pronounced Hembelt?
Helmbrecht.
Helmbrecht, sorry.
Helmbrecht.
Thank you. Is making the request. The date requested is February 5th, 2017, at 7 a.m. They're looking to hold a pancake breakfast. Setup starts at 7 a.m. Takedown is going to be at 1 p.m. They're looking to use the town hall community room with kitchen. And that is all the information that I have. So date available, do we know?
It is.
It is? Okay. All right, so I'll make a motion to approve that use facility.
I'll second that.
And just so you know, they did pay their $100 fee. Councilman Munger,
Yes.
Councilman Bordway,
Yes.
Councilman Keating,
Yes.
carried.
Next item on the agenda is number 3. It's a ZJP of Boston Incorporated doing business with Boston Hotel. This is a request for waiver of 30-day municipality notification for a liquor license. Unfortunately, we don't really get our agendas too far in advance. This item was in here, and the town attorney has not had the opportunity to review it and advise the board properly. So at this point in time, I make a motion that the request at this point be tabled.
Second.
Councilman Munger,
Yes.
Councilman Bordway,
Yes.
Councilman Keating,
Yes.
carried.
Item number 4 is a request for reappointment to the Board of Assessment Review. Councilman Kinney.
Yes, thank you. I have a letter for the Board of Assessment Review and from Frank Lazowski, and he is requesting to be reappointed to the Town Board's Assessment Review for the next term. Letter is dated November 28, 2016. I'd like to make a motion to approve Frank's reappointment.
Second.
Councilman Munger,
Yes.
Councilman Bordway,
Yes.
Councilman Keating,
Yes.
carried.
Next item on our agenda is kind of an interesting one. Number 5 is a petition for enforcement of the noise ordinance in town. What this particular application is questioning essentially noise sounds that are occurring around Bella Pizzeria. The a variety of residents have signed a petition from October 17th forward, essentially asking the town board for enforcement of our noise ordinance. Based on some of the allegations they have contained in this petition, it appears that the activities they're citing would not necessarily be in violation of the noise ordinance. They are citing very intermittent sounds, noises such as the backup alarms on trucks pulling into that location for deliveries. Unfortunately, that will be out of the town's control. Those backup alarms on trucks are mandated by DOT, and they go as far as to mandate the decibel level on those vehicles, so we have no control over that. They're also talking about the dumpsters and the noises that are made by that facility with the garbage pickup. Well, unfortunately, the alternative to garbage pickup is not a pretty sight. What we can do at this point, if any of these residents are in fact present this evening, is we can refer this to our code enforcement officer for a further investigation. He does have some experience in determining violations of the town's noise ordinance. And in addition, I've spoken with the supervisor in this action also. And we will certainly reach out to the property owner, the owner of the establishment, and see if there's some of these concerns that could possibly be addressed. But in all reality, we're big fans of private business here. We certainly don't want to do anything to impede a private business acting lawfully in the town of Boston. So at this point, I just make a motion that this issue be referred to the code enforcement officer for a future report to the town board on his findings.
One second.
Councilman Munger,
Yes.
Councilman Bordway,
Yes.
Councilman Keating,
Yes.
carried.
Friday night recreation is item number 6. Received correspondence from Tony Zeniak, our recreation director in town. He does have one additional appointment for the Friday night recreation program. At this point, he's recommended Katie Sheffield as a substitute counselor. The 2016 rate will be $9 an hour because of the minimum wage increasing. It'll be $9.70 per hour into 2017. And I do approve of his recommendations. I make that motion that she be appointed.
Who would second that?
Councilman Munger.
Yes.
Councilman Boardway.
Yes.
Councilman Keating.
Yes.
Carried.
Items number 7, 8, and 9, these are all requests from the Boston Historical Society. Councilman Munger.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Acting Supervisor. We do have 3 requests for application for use of facility from the Boston Historical Society. One is for the date of February 21st, 2017, between the hours of 7 and 9 for the event of a board meeting, requesting the Town Hall Community Room without the kitchen. We also have for the date April 11th, 2017, between the times of 5 and 9, for the event of a potluck dinner, set up starting at 5, takedown being somewhere between 8 and 8:30, asking for the community room and the kitchen. And for May the 13th, 2017, time between 11 and 4, for the event of a Community Kids Safety Day, asking for the use of the community room. In all cases, the deposits were waived as in the past. Are all these dates available? I would like, thank you very much. I would like to make a motion that we approve the use of facility for all 3 dates for the Boston Historical Society.
I'll second.
Councilman Munger.
Yes.
Councilman Boardway.
Yes to all 3.
Councilman Keating.
Yes to all 3.
Carried.
And thank you. There's no current old business on the agenda this evening. We need reports and presentations. Town clerk.
I just have a couple items. Just as a reminder, December 20th will be the unit's blood drive from 2:30 to 7. This year there will be little gifts given out because it is the holiday, so come on out. There'll be homemade cookies and some snacks. This is an especially difficult time of the year, so if you can please come down and give, it would be greatly appreciated. Also, out in the hallway, there is our sharing tree, and there's about 5 gift tags left on the tree. They're literally going very, very fast. We've already put more tags on from the first time. So if you think you might want to help out a local family this year for Christmas and take a tag, buy a gift, and please return it to my office by the 19th so that we can get them delivered to the school. It would be also greatly appreciated. And happy holidays. That's all I have.
Thank you. Highway Superintendent Telak.
Yes, thank you. I'd like to report that leaf pickup for this fall is over as of yesterday at 3 o'clock as far as with the leaf vacuum machines in the trucks. If you still have leaves, if you bag them, give us a call. We'd be glad to pick them up in the bags. But as you know, it's supposed to snow tomorrow, and we had to take the box off the truck, put the plow and wing on it, and it's one of our plow trucks for the subdivision, so leaf pickup is over. Anybody looking for leaves, we got a large pile of leaves behind the shop, so if anybody's looking, give us a call. We'll fill out a sheet, and we'd be glad to deliver them. That's all I have tonight.
Excellent. Thank you. Tell the guys stay safe tomorrow, in the next couple of days, actually. Town Attorney?
I don't think I have anything, Mr. Supervisor.
Thank you. Councilman Munger.
Nothing at this time, thank you.
Councilman Kenny.
Nothing at this time.
Thank you. Just on behalf of the supervisor, we had a couple different issues. Most folks probably have received their tax rebate check already in the mail. Those were distributed by New York State in the last few weeks. There were varying amounts, of course, based on your tax basis for your home. That is a result, receiving those rebate checks, of the fiscal foundation that this town board has been based on for the last 7.5 years. Lowering property taxes, running an efficient town. That's what leads to receiving those rebate checks. New York State has come in with tax cap limits. Everybody sees in the Buffalo News, again, if you choose to still subscribe to that, that it's 2% tax cap. That's not really true. That's not really what it is. It's actually lower than that. For Erie County, the tax cap essentially is 1.067%. Town of Boston was able to stay underneath that. Our tax increase, it's kind of hard to do the math, just speaking about it, but is 1.0064%. So we're well under what New York State requires. That's why those rebate checks all showed up in people's mailboxes. The state's published their goals for next year already for 2017. Primarily, it's going to be based on the town providing government efficiency plans. This is where we can work with other towns in attempts to share services, do things like that. Previously, and again for the last 7 or 8 years, through mostly the highway department, that's where the biggest savings have been, with sharing equipment with other towns, things like that. So we are well within our reach and our goal for next year to maintain our production and staying under the tax cap. We'd also like to thank, obviously, all the town folks that came out and the seniors for the successful senior luncheon that happened last week. There's 2 of those, there's 2 different senior groups here. The room doesn't really fit them all at one time. But that's a luncheon paid for by the town. Essentially, it's again the kickoff kind of thing to our 200th anniversary, which is coming up in 200th anniversary, which is coming up in 2017. There's no better way to show appreciation to the residents of town than honoring first the ones that have been here the longest. So the folks that were in our senior group, and again, there's another one coming up next week, is apparently a great time had by all. They had a really enjoyable time. We got a lot of comments and a lot of different notes and cards, I guess. I don't have those in my possession. Other than that, we expect to be back here in 2 weeks, and I expect to have 5 board members up here for you. So at this point, I make a motion to close the meeting.
Second.
Councilman Munger?
Yes.
Councilman Worley?
Yes.
Councilman Keating?
Yes.
Motion's carried.